Hello there. Welcome to the wonderful world of glyphs. What is a glyph? Well, a glyph is an individual character. It might be a letter, an accented letter, a ligature, a punctuation mark, a dingbat, etc. A font, also called typefaces, is a digital file which is used to display a typeface, which contains the entire upper and lower case alphabet, as well as punctuation, numbers, and other special characters. I just wanted to show you a sample of dingbats. These have been around forever, and probably your first introduction to these characters. We have come a long way since the use of these dingbat characters. We've got two different formats that we're working with. The Open Type font format was designed by Microsoft and Adobe. It's best to use an Open Type font since these are more likely to contain multiple glyphs. Also, Open Type is a format for scalable computer fonts. You can use both of these types. We've got an Open Type font which has an extension of .otf, and a true type font, which has an extension of .ttf. The hardest part in using glyphs is finding the right combination of glyphs with the use of the glyph you might want to use. There are several sites where you can get free fonts that contain glyphs. And a good way to find them is just search for free fonts with glyphs. I found several sites which I am going to put on the document which I put on the San Antonio Web Spinners website. And these are some of the ones that I've come across. Now, free fonts may be fine, but I found a feeling you will get more glyphs if you pay for them. Also, one thing about using glyphs is that it is very time-consuming, searching for the right one that you want to use. You've got to also be careful how you use them. Some free fonts are not to be used for commercial means, so you need to make sure it says it's free for personal and commercial use. Well, how about Adobe? Adobe fonts are included with a Creative Cloud plan, and there are no limits. And best of all, they are cleared for personal and commercial use. Using Adobe, you don't have to download. You just click what you want it, and it'll be available on all your Adobe products. Now, how would you install fonts? I know some of you may have never done it before, so I'm going to show you one way I do it. I just go to my window, and I click it, and I type in fonts. And up pops this little setting here, font settings. And if you want to use it, this is what I do. And there's many ways to do this, okay? This is just one that I use. Now, this is a countryside font. I received it as a zip file, and I unzipped it. And this is the unzipped file. I'm working with two monitors so you can see the difficulty here. So all you do is select the TTF file, and there's another TTF file. This is not an open type font, but just select them and drag it to the drag and drop install box. And it would have installed it, but I've already installed it. So the Countryside 2 font is already installed. Do you want to replace it? And I just say no. No. Okay, and that's all you do there. Well, I'm going to show you how to use glyphs in Photoshop. First thing you do is, and I've already opened up Photoshop, you go to Edit, Preferences, and Type. And make sure that Enable Type Layer Glyph Alternates are selected, and click OK. And let's open a new document file, or just a new document. Let's take an 8.5 by 11. Take everything here is okay. 8.5 by 11, 300 resolution, color, white background. It'll all work. Create. Okay. Now I have found something called Adobe Castlon Pro, which is really good, I think. So I go over here. I've already put it up here. You go over here to type. Come over here and make a block. Okay. Just hit delete to get rid of that. And let's go ahead and say San Antonio. Oops. A-N-T-O-N-I-O. Web. Spinners. We know them. Now, I'm going to go up to Window, and I'm going to come down to Glyphs and click on it. And up pops your Glyph panel. You'll notice here in the blocks up above, they are the 10 last glyphs we used. And right here is the name of the font, and that is italic. And we're looking at the entire font. Now if we come down here and use the zoom slider, it'll come in closer. But I'm going to take it down this way. This cloud looking thing here, bring it up. This A plus or A something, we'll bring it down. The A plus will take it up. And you can put it as big as the box itself. Okay? Now if you want to get rid of all of these that we've already used, come up here to this little menu in the upper right-hand corner, click on it, and come down to Clear Recent Glyphs, and they'll all be cleared. Okay, let's come over here to what we could do. Right now we're looking at the entire font, and we could do just alternates for selection. So if I select this S here, it'll bring up the alternates. So I can make some changes right here. Now if I want to take it from this block, I just click it once. Let's look at the A. The alternates for the A are this way. Let's look at a W. Let's just stay with that one. Let's look at the alternates for the S. Let's go with the same S right here. Okay, so far so good. Now let's go up here. Instead of alternates for selection, let's get the entire font. So I'm going to show you some things. A lot of the fonts, they start out alphabetically. And they may be big and then little. And then a lot of different things in here. Okay? And if you double click over here, you'll get what's there. Look at that. And that. And that. And that. All right, let's just skip another line. Got a question mark? Want to put something in brackets? Just go up here. Whoa, 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 I just passed it up. Click this one. Then double click that one. Of course, these are some different types of parentheses. Another type, or a little more designs. All your numbers. And usually the designs are at the very bottom. They have some ligatures here too, if you've noticed. Two letters together. Okay, let's see what we've got here. These are kind of nice. That would be a good design on something. Anyway, this has lots of them. They don't all have a bunch of these. You've got to look for them. See, they've got some neat designs here. Okay, let's go ahead and do away with some of these. Okay, on the last project, we were using something called Adobe Castlon Pro. Let's change to a different font. Let's try something called G-A-U-T-R-E-A-U-X Light. Okay. Now there we go. Let's bring up our Glyphs panel. Window, Glyphs. Okay, and what we have the same thing over here, so we're good to go. Let's find out if we have any alternates for selection. Select the L, no. Select that, no. This is your usual lorem ipsum. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a G-A-Y and Carnes, my name. And let's see what we have over here. Entire font. And let's see what we have in the G's. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's only have one thing. How about the C? Any extra in that? Okay. Let's see what else we have in the pretty stuff. Just don't have anything pretty for my name. How about Carnes? No, that won't work. Okay, gotta go a little further just to see. Normally in all your fonts, you'll find some of your fancier glyphs at the end, and they don't have too many in that particular one. But it's got some stuff. That's kind of neat. Of course, it shouldn't be right up above, right on top of the other one. Well, we've got a few hearts. Of course, I'm just double-clicking them. How about a little check mark? All right. Let's try a different font. Let's go to, let's try Fairwater Open Surf. I don't know how you pronounce that. How about that? Let's see if it has any alternates for selection. Nope. Nope. That's all you have. You know, that's what you have to do. You just got to find out, okay, what does it have? This one has quite a bit of stuff. You can go to punctuation, brackets, and if you go to extended Latin A, got quite a bit of stuff. Dashes and quotes. Seems like that's what's so time-consuming about this stuff, is that it does take a lot of time to find what you want. Okay, now I've also found that there are a few things that you can find that the only thing they have is fancy stuff. And one of these is NYMPHETTE. As you can see, it comes up with what it has. The only thing you can do is to go over here and select what you want. Go over here and pick it up. Just bring it out like that. Okay. Come over and get your tea again. And make some more. Bring it down. Bring it in. Okay. I'm going to just do a Control A, if I can do it. Come over and get your T, Control A, delete that stuff, bring this up here, and find some more stuff. This whole font name, that Nymphet, and you can use this on your commercial stuff or your personal stuff. It's got a cute little heart in it. Anyway, all these designs you can use. Okay, now let's go up here. There's another one that I was using, it's another one called Florella, F-L-O-R-A-L-I-A, Florella Regular. And this has got some really neat stuff on it too. Going to hit a delete key to get rid of some of them. Okay, let's make sure we still got it. We do still have it. Florella. Okay. And just like that. Now, this is Florella. It's got a lot of flowers in it. A lot of designs that you can use on anything, any of your documents you might want to produce. You might want to have an invitation or something like that and make it really pretty. I'm going to and I'm going to delete that. That's what I want to do. Want to have one thing. Just go up and get my move tool and take this anywhere you want to on the page. So I've found out that what you have to do if you want to move any of this stuff, you put it in a block of some sort. Okay, and then you can resize it. But that's how you move it around the page. Okay, and that's about all that I have on this particular thing. Well, now I am going to show you how to use glyphs in Adobe Illustrator. I already have Adobe Illustrator open, and I'm going to go to File, New. Let's just make it a print, 8.5 by 11. Select everything that's over here in this box and select Create. First thing I'm going to do is go over and get the Type tool, Tools panel. And I'm going to come over here and select a box. Now let's go up here. Let's go ahead and select the font that we want to use. And I'm going to select Samantha Bold. And the reason I'm going to select this is I got this from the Adobe fonts. And I believe it is a pretty good one. It has several glyphs in it. So I'm going to select that. I'm going to go ahead and make it, so you can see it, I'm going to make it about 48. And then I'm going to type something. Let's do San Antonio Web Spinners. Okay, and let's go ahead and center it. So you can see that it has taken my Samantha Italic Bold and used that as the design. So the next thing you want to do is get the Glyphs panel. So I can go up to Type, Glyphs, and select it there, or I can go to Window, Type, Glyphs here. Let's click on Glyphs, and up comes our panel. Now you notice over here it's a little bit different than Photoshop. The Glyphs panel has ornaments, our alternates for current selection, our entire font. Let's start out with alternates for current selection. The reason it came up with ornaments is because that's what I used last. If you come down here, you can see that this is a zoom out and this is a zoom in. So let's go ahead and select the S. And there we have all the alternate fonts. And we can select whatever we want. We can select, let's see, it looks like it's took this S. And you can see that it has by over here, it's highlighted. So let's just go ahead and select this one. A little bit different. Let's go over to Antonio, or A on Antonio. And you can see which one it's selected, but let's see what we've got here. Just for the heck of it, let's just select this one. Now over here, of course, you've got a double click. If you use one of these, you just do one click. Okay. Probably this would have been better selecting it as an S. See if it's got a fancy S here that goes way out. Not. It does. So these kind of collide, don't they? I'm going to go back here. I'm going to just select this A. And then web. Let's see what we have for web. Okie doke. Let me see. Let's select a fancy one here. How about the S? Let's see what we got for the S. Select that one. And that's about what we have there. Okay, let's just go down one. Let's go ahead and look at the entire font and see what we can find. Now these ligatures are like two letters together. So if you wanted to get that, if you wanted to go to fractions, you can see all the stuff it has here. Lots of stuff to choose from. And you note that we can use it for commercial or for personal use because it's an Adobe font. I went ahead and selected the entire font. Let's zoom in, make it a little bigger. Yeah, you notice it starts with the alphabet with A's. And if we happen to see one on the way, we could select it. These fancy fonts are really good to use in like invitations and stuff like that. Something you want to be really fancy with. Okay, let's see. as you can look at this, this is some really fancy stuff that you can add to your fonts. Double clicking on all of these. Come to the end and see what we've got. Well, look at this. Isn't this cute? Announcing. Before. Huh, look, featuring. You've got all kinds of neat words here. All right. We got some stuff that we can use in between. And even we get even more fancier down here. And even fancy numbers. This is about all I'm going to show you on this, because everything else is about the same and how you use it. One of these days, I'm going to work up a invitation or something like that using glyphs and get more intimate with it and see what's going on. All right. Thank you.